We continue looking at psychology of success, and today we are looking at conscious and subconscious. So, this course is intended to help us in our endeavors, whether it's business, it is personal life, it is marriage life, it is business relationships, and church relationships, and any other relationship. So, for us to succeed in the in everything, we need to understand the psychology of success. So conscious and subconscious. So today we are looking at conscious and subconscious. This is your host, Dr. Tripo Fumbo, and let's move together. So conscious and subconscious refers to two different levels of awareness and processing in our human mind. So the human mind is made up of two parts. There is what is called conscious, and there is another one which is called subconscious. Now, I don't want to go further in the theories about the mind, because the mind has different theories where the mind is in the brain, the mind is outside the brain, and all those things. But what I want to look at it is that the mind has got two parts, which is the conscious and the subconscious mind. And the this is which talks about the levels of awareness and processing in the human mind. So understanding the interplay between conscious and subconscious minds can help you change limiting beliefs and behaviors. So if we understand how the mind works, the subconscious and the conscious, then we can be able to change the way we believe, the way we act, because actions are as a result of our subconscious. So that's where now we begin to ask ourselves, why have I done this? Why do I do this? Why am I like that? Why am I why do I behave like that? So the challenge is not the action, the challenge is the mind. And the mind is developed, the habits are developed in the subconscious. So in the conscious, you may not have the habit, but the habits are developed in the subconscious. And the subconscious stores things that are done regularly, and they become part of you, and you begin to do them without even thinking. It's like those that have driven much, you agree with me. When you are starting to drive a car, or when you are learning driving, you'll be very conscious with the gears or the pedal. You'll be conscious with the drive. So, but as you move on, you even forget about that you are holding uh, the driver, or you are placing on the paddle. You not you not master, like in those days we had this manual where you need to change the gears, you need to place the you need to you need to balance up uh, you can even forget the accelerator and the uh, okay. So you find that the more you do it, you not even be conscious on how you should balance up when you are starting the car or when you are driving. So it is even when you are making some corners, you not even be conscious that I'm making corner. You are moving on the pothole, you not be conscious. It's like driving, you are even able to, it's like you are driving once you have crossed your eyes. So everything becomes automatic, because your mind, your body, and your mind has been programmed to do certain things without your conscious. So That is how the mind works. So if you begin to do something, the mind will be able to develop a certain habit, which is going to, whereby you are going to start acting without even being conscious. So you become a master of something. You become a master. So it's like if you are a rich person, they can get everything from you, but you still make it. Why? Because you have already, your mindset has already changed. So what we struggle in, it's the mindset and also the conscious and the subconscious. So when we talk about the subconscious dictates you what you should do. So, understanding the interplay between the conscious and the subconscious, number one, it will develop new habits and skills. You'll be able to develop the skills, like on business. In business, if you want to be a great business, it is not you just doing business, but it is you understanding the habits and the skill of business. That's why you see that you may both be selling the same product, but one will be selling more than the other. Why? It is because of the power that that person has over that business by doing it over and over and over and over until the skill is mastered. So you may place the tables of tomato. The one who has been selling sometimes, you find that they'll sell more than you who is just starting. Not because the customers know that person, but because they know the art. There is the subconscious is able to dictate. So now that is, I think Dr. Sakara is going to teach us on the power of attraction. Now, the mind is able to bring things that you want. So, improve emotional regulation. So, when you learn to master the the conscious and the subconscious, when the subconscious is programmed well, then you find that you'll be able to act well. Even when somebody, for example, someone insults you, automatically you'd find that you respond with an insult. So that is what it does. So it will also enhance creativity and the intuition sense. So intuition, it is that a sixth sense, the sense whereby you are able to know things beforehand. You are able to discern. So there will be that intuitive. You'll be able to know that this is about to happen. Why? Because your subconscious is programmed. Same like in business. If you have mastered certain business, you'll be able to know when, if the business is going to work out on that day or it is not going to work out. Well, but that is because of the intuition. Then live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So when you understand the subconscious and the conscious, you will not pretend, because mostly of our actions, they are full of pretense. They say that you can only know a person within the 5 minutes when you meet. 5 to 30 minutes, you'll be able to know the person for all his life, whatever you are going to act. Now, after 30 minutes, when you meet a person, they'll begin to adjust the call. They'll begin to pretend. They'll begin to, and they'll show the colors which they are not. So, especially for those that want, those that are getting into dating or business deal, immediately when you meet somebody, within few moments, you'll be able to know. You have to be very careful on what the behavior of this person, because that is the real person. And after that, now they'll be able to know you and they'll be able to know how to adjust. Now, let's look at conscious. Conscious is aware of current thoughts, feelings, and surrounding. rational, logical, and intentional thinking, voluntary control over thoughts and actions. Limited capacity can only focus on a few things. So the conscious is where now you are aware. There is no reflex action. You are aware of what is happening, and that is uh, that is the conscious. The conscious is you are alive. You are there. You are there. That is being conscious. Now, subconscious, also known as the unconscious or subconscious mind, it processes information below the threshold of conscious awareness. Now, when we talk about the threshold, we are talking about the ability to endure or the ability to perceive things. I always, when we are talking about threshold, I always talk about twins, identical twins with the same parents. Now, they happen that they lose one of the parents, maybe let's say mother. You'd find that then you discover that one twin is crying more than the other one. Does it mean that the one who is crying much has lost more the mother than the one who is not crying? No, it is just because of how their minds are made and how they have learned the pain and how they are able to absorb the pain. So that is the subconscious will be able to make you act according to the way you have programmed your mind. So if you were programmed as a child always the mother to fight for you, the mother to fight for you, the time your mother is not going to be there, you are going to be broken and to be depressed. But the other one may know how to respond to fight, how to respond to the world's influence. So the other thing is it stores memories, beliefs, values, and emotions. So the subconscious influences thoughts, feelings, and behavior without us realizing. It operates automatically without voluntary control. So you don't control the subconscious. The subconscious is the real you. And it makes, no matter how you may pretend, no matter how you may think you are good, the subconscious is going to tell you whether you are good or you are not good. It has a much larger capacity than the conscious mind. So the subconscious is able to keep information and it's able to store. You know how the mind works. The mind is programmed because of defense mechanism. We have been created to defend ourselves. We have been created in a way that we live to defend ourselves, even when it's not necessary to defend ourselves. So the mind always fights the positive because you want to be safe. The mind keeps us safe. So even it will tell you not to act, it will tell you not to do things that are important to you because it wants to be comfortable. It wants you to be comfortable. So now the subconscious, it is if you develop, you continue listening to your body. Like you need to wake up at 06, then the body tells you no, you are tired, you sleep. No, you are tired, you sleep. You'd find that you're not going to change and you'll just be sleeping. But if you tell your mind, no, I'm tired, but I'll have to wake up. I'm tired, but I have to wake up. You'd find that you start waking up without being conscious about it. Has a much larger capacity than the conscious mind. Now, let's look at the subconscious mind plays a significant role in habit formation. So, in the habit formation, if you want to develop a successful life, develop the successful habits. And the habits are developed by repeating the same things one and at the continuously. Then emotional responses. For example, if someone does something bad to you, then you just say, Tulipo, you're not going to respond to this thing. So the more you program that, you develop the patience. There is something that my brother taught me when he was my trainer in karate. So he taught me this thing that when somebody punches you, don't punch back. What you have to do first is to think, why has he punched me? Then when you think, why has he punched me? Then you'll be able to know how to defend yourself better or how to fight. But if you just someone you be since you have received a punch and you punch back, you don't know that person may have prepared to fight you, and you are just responding. So you need to the subconscious will be able to teach you. So when you tell yourself that no, I'm not going to fight until I know why I should fight. Intuition, as we said, then creativity, memory storage, and the retrieval, automatic functions like breathing and heart rate. Contrast between the conscious and the subconscious. While the conscious mind is like the captain of the ship, making deliberate decisions, the subconscious mind is like the crew working behind scenes to support the influence and the thoughts, feelings, and the, actions. So the subconscious is made to be responsible of the things that it doesn't, or the conscious is made to be responsible of the things that it doesn't know. The conscious, it's like the remote of the subconscious. So the subconscious will dictate the conscious to act in a way that the conscious may not be aware of. And the conscious may just find that you have started fighting, and then at the end you realize, why were I fighting? Was it worthy to fight? You see? So those are the things that happens. Thank you so much. We end here for with subconscious and conscious. So we need to begin to program our mind. So the mind is programmed through the subconscious, and how it is programmed by repeating doing the same things time and again. So whether you are doing something a positive or negative, if you repeat doing it, it becomes the habit. And when it becomes the habit, it begins to dictate and it begins to rule over you. Um, the mind, you remember like what the Bible says about Cain and Abel. Abel. The Bible says that when Cain, when the God did not receive the sacrifice of Cain, then his countenance became sad, and the Lord said, behold, master your thoughts, master, and the sin uh, is at the door knocking, master it. So what he was trying to say that is that, for example, anger, you hold bitterness. The bitterness goes in. The other time you think is that you have done something useless. So it is very important to master our subconscious and our conscious to program whatever we need to do. So even in business, we need to learn the art of programming, the art of business, the positive mind. We need to program our subconscious so that we may be positive in whatever we do. Thank you so much. Next time we are going to look at attitude. The attitude determines your attitude. So the attitude, we are going to look at attitude. So join me in the next class where we are going to look at attitude. This is your host, Dr. Tulipo Mwenfumbo. God bless you.